So how exactly do you turn all this wild AI hype into actual measurable business value? I mean, it's the #1 question every single business leader is asking right now, right? You're probably hearing just a totally overwhelming amount of noise about artificial intelligence. But how do you actually move past those flashy 5-minute demos to build something structural, scalable, and genuinely valuable for your company? Well, let's dive into it.
Look, on one side of the ring, you've got ad hoc experimentation. It's kind of chaotic, completely ungoverned, and honestly, it carries a massive amount of risk. But on the flip side, you have a documented AI strategy. Figuring out how to design an overall AI strategy for business solutions is exactly what gives you those consistent, auditable, and just incredibly fast outcomes. We absolutely have to move away from these random acts of AI and start moving toward intentional architecture.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to completely demystify enterprise AI implementation. And our secret? We are going to treat designing your overall AI strategy exactly like constructing a secure, super scalable skyscraper. Think about it. You wouldn't just start building a massive high-rise without a blueprint, right? Well, you definitely shouldn't be deploying AI without one either.
So here is our architectural blueprint for today. We're going to walk through the 4 load-bearing pillars of enterprise AI adoption, starting with the vision for business value, laying the foundation with data readiness, erecting the structure with tech and agents, and finally bringing in the inspectors for governance.
Starting with pillar number 1, the vision, targeting measurable business outcomes.
Our source material really hits the nail on the head with this concept. AI transformation is more than a technology upgrade, it's a strategic shift. This is absolutely crucial to understand. AI demands a fundamental change in your internal processes, your people, and your overall organizational culture. It's definitely not just a simple software installation that you can toss over to IT and forget about.
So how do we actually craft that vision? Well, before you ever even think about touching a generative model, an AI architect has to pinpoint the friction in the business. Where exactly can you automate repetitive, boring work? What is your structured customer feedback actually telling you? You need to run internal assessments across different departments to uncover where the real inefficiencies are, look at industry standards for some inspiration, and crucially, you have to define clear success metrics. The big takeaway here? Start with the actual business outcome you want to improve, not just the shiny new technology you want to play with.
Moving on to pillar number 2, the foundation, data readiness and grounding.
Now, I gotta warn you right now, if your data foundation is cracked, your entire AI skyscraper is ultimately going to collapse. It's that simple. And that's exactly why understanding grounding is so important. Grounding is basically the process of making sure an AI agent responds using your highly trusted, domain-specific organizational data, all while strictly respecting your security boundaries. This is the magic mechanism that minimizes AI errors and prevents those infamous hallucinations you hear about in the news. It essentially locks the AI's responses down to verified enterprise knowledge.
And to get this right, high-quality grounding data operates across 5 really critical dimensions. First, it has to be accurate. We're talking verified facts, totally free from errors. Second, relevance. It actually has to match what the user is trying to do. It needs to be timely, meaning up to date. It has to be clean, so nicely structured without a bunch of noise or duplicates. And finally, availability. This means it's properly indexed and securely permissioned, so the agent only ever accesses what it is actually allowed to see. That right there is the concrete foundation for any reliable AI system.
All right, pillar number 3, the structure, selecting technology and agents. The Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework for AI serves as a fantastic blueprint for this phase. It ensures you aren't just out there deploying tech blindly. Instead, you're moving systematically, from strategy and planning, all the way through readiness, and right into secure, managed production. It is a highly proven, step-by-step path to govern and manage your AI effectively. As you build out this structure, your technology strategy basically determines your balance of 3 things: speed, customization, and control. Microsoft lays out a really clear progression for this. You can start with SaaS using ready-to-use copilots for super quick productivity wins. As your team matures, you might move to PaaS, utilizing extensible Foundry platforms to build custom agents. And for the absolute highest level of control, you can utilize IaaS, managing Azure virtual machines to train highly specific, custom models. You really just need to match your technology selection to your team's engineering maturity and your specific compliance needs.
Now, central to this whole structure is the AI agent, and we need to be crystal clear about this. An AI agent is way more than a basic search tool or a simple chatbot. It's actually a dynamic microservice. It uses a generative AI model to reason,
act, and learn in order to make actual decisions. It dynamically orchestrates workflows based on real-time context. Honestly, this is exactly what unlocks entirely new levels of efficiency across an enterprise. It's a total game changer.
And finally, pillar number 4, the inspectors, and responsible AI.
Because look, even the best skyscraper in the world needs ongoing inspection to make sure it remains safe, compliant, and optimized. To pull this off, you absolutely must build an AI Center of Excellence or a COE. And listen, this literally cannot just be a tech team. You need executive sponsors for the budget, business leaders to actually identify the right use cases, and they have to work right alongside your technical folks, data scientists, machine learning engineers, security specialists, and governance experts. Having this multidisciplinary group is an absolute necessity to prevent fragmented, risky AI adoption from spreading across your enterprise like wildfire.
So what exactly is this Center of Excellence inspecting for? Well, they're enforcing 6 core responsible AI principles: fairness, reliability and safety, privacy and security, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. Integrating these principles isn't just some nice-to-have HR checkbox. It is a hard business imperative. You need it to maintain user trust and to keep up with increasingly strict regulatory requirements.
So there we have it. We've walked through the entire blueprint. We defined the vision, we laid a rock-solid data foundation, selected the right technology structure, and established the governance inspectors. Understanding how to design an overall AI strategy for business solutions definitely takes some serious discipline. But the payoff? The payoff is absolutely immense. The blueprint is right there in front of you. So the only question left is, are you ready to start architecting your AI future today?